picks it up and throws it at the basket. It bounces around the basket 3 or 4 times and goes through, and they win the state title by 3 in double overtime. It was the most gut-wrenching and yet heartwarming thing you saw. It was just really cool. And so now we got public 1 and private 2 through 3A, and then the public school stepped up, and Glenbard West, I don't even know where to start talking about this team. They're so much more than Braden Huff, who is a very special talent that's not going to Illinois. But holy cow, were they fun to watch. And they were playing against Chicago Whitney Young. They were not playing Little Sisters of the Poor here. Right. And they literally treated Whitney Young like a JV team. I mean, they just ran right through them. It wasn't even close. It wasn't really close from the opening tip. I mean, the Whitney Young was right there, but I think it got to the lead got stretched to 8 in the first quarter, and they never looked back. So I'm going to tell you, folks, if you have an NFHS Network password and an account, go back and watch, if nothing else, watch the 2A game and watch the 4A game. The 2A game just to see what real defense looks like and what dedicating yourself to defense looks like. Oh, and by the way, in the double overtime game on Thursday, do you know what the average minutes played were for the starters? They played a 40-minute game because they played double
35.
overtime. 40. They didn't sub.
Wow.
Not a single substitution in a double overtime state playoff semifinal.
That's unheard of, obviously.
And I did not realize it, but as I'm watching the game Saturday night, watching the championship Saturday afternoon, our buddy Lee Hall did not have on the purple jacket on Saturday.
Okay.
But he made the comment, Nashville subbed about midway through the first quarter. It was a regular substitution pattern. And he said, that sub is going to make news. And I was like, oh, there must be a good story behind this kid.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's Nashville's first substitution of the tournament.
That's bananas.
Crazy. So anyway, all in all, the quality of the games, playing all the championship games on one day, I love it. I really do. I really love that. However, when you do that, you have to find, if you're going to take all of Saturday and not throw it away, but that's your championship day.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that means you got a lot of basketball to get in on Thursday and Friday, and there has to be a better way to do it than the way they did it. The third place games were basically disasters, I guess. I didn't watch them, and Bolingbrook was playing in one, and big deal. Yeah. I mean, no offense, but I don't like them. But I love what DOB said here. Play all the semis on Thursday. All of them. And it wouldn't be a lot different than the holiday tournament setups that play 8 games in a day. Then play the 4 third-place games on Friday and the 4 championship games on Saturday.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's not fair for the 1A and 2A schools to be done in one day.
No.
And I agree. That needs to be addressed. So, DOB, I like it, and I'm ready to elect you Grand Poobah of the IHSA. And also, I know he doesn't listen to the show, but Michael O'Brien, the big head writer up at the Chicago Sun-Times, covers prep sports for the Sun-Times, does a great job, does some really good stuff, but he's blocked DOB.
Why?
I don't know. Something he got. I guess DOB was kind of critical of him, and he blocked him. But then I did want to tell you. So Tommy Kleinschmidt from DePaul Catholic, he and Michael O'Brien got into it on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. So I was going to pull. That was going to be the first little Twitter thing I was going to pull up because Michael O'Brien, who has 40,000 followers, he's a big deal. So he obviously I'm going to have to go through a crud ton of well, maybe not.
Condolences out to DOB, by the way. His mom passed away last week. I saw he posted that. So.
Oh, did she really? I missed that. Gosh darn it, that stinks. And by the way, this was the first year in 14 consecutive years that the public league did not win a state title. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's a pretty impressive run. So here's all the Glenn Bard stuff. So I need to get back to Thursday. What was the date Thursday?
The 10th, I think.
Okay. This guy tweets a lot. But Richard Brown, 3 days ago would have been what, Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to go back a little more. And I probably could have gone to Tommy Kleinschmidt's. Yeah, this is still 3 days ago. So just stall for time, Scott. Tell a story. You don't have one?
No, I don't have one.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay, here we go. So let's see. They got beat after the Yorkville Christian game, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Liberty and Scales Mound. Yeah, here we go. I did like that he said this. A local, Aaron Britton, who does that Nesto Hoops, said, our local high school's YouTube stream is 17 or 18 times better than the NFHS network. And Michael O'Brien said, yeah, $12 a month for hot trash. The state's high school athletics deserve better. NFHS would be a crappy free service. I happen to agree with that.
Yeah, some truth there.
Okay, here we go. DePaul. Yeah, this might be it. I've seen a lot of complaining about the quality of the games. So it wasn't this one. All right, let's do this. Let's see if we can find Tom Kleinschmidt. How do you think he spells that?
Klien, I would assume.
Probably like our Kleinschmidt's around here, right?
Yes.
Here it is. Well, no, it's not. Man, I can't believe I lost that. I'm terrible with Twitter.
Interesting when the coach and the media get in a beef.
Yeah, it was like I said, for him to respond.
What was it about?
Something about him. Kleinschmidt said something about Michael O'Brien taking shots at kids or something. And Michael O'Brien came back with, you just scored 30 points in a double overtime loss.
Right.
You have no room to talk or something. It was something along those lines.
And then it was on, huh?
And then it was on. And I guess he covered Kleinschmidt in high school.
Uh-huh.
So there was a little bit of bad blood maybe from that. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'll find it. Oh, here it is. From DePaul Prep. Thanks, Mike. You sure know how to make a bunch of 15 and 17-year-olds and coaches feel great after a year of wonderful accomplishments. Love to see you run a drill in practice or coach a game. Thanks for all you do. And here's what he was responding to. O'Brien, for the first day of the tournament, gave the quality of games an F.
Okay.
That's all he did.
Right.
Now, F's a little strong because you had the blowout, the Yorkville-Steelville nonsense, right? But, anyway, Michael, so Tommy said that. Thanks, Mike, blah, blah, blah. And Michael O'Brien goes, thanks, Tommy. 3 blowouts and a historically low-scoring game isn't going to rate high on the basketball quality scale. I'd also love to see you do my job.
Well, and that's a fair comeback. I mean, 3 blowouts, and again, like we talked about, when you look at that score on paper, it's 31-24,
and
double overtime,
and it was 10-6 at halftime.
I mean, come on,
I've seen
dude.
soccer games,
right? I mean, so yes, unless, and we talked about this the other day, unless you're Nashville or DePaul, you were the ones that were really invested in that game. Everybody's probably that was there was going, oh man, when's this going to get over?
I've gotten quite a few texts from people that know me that are like, I don't care what you guys say, that's not good basketball. And
we didn't say it was.
No, I don't care what anybody says. That's not good basketball. That type of thing. Not that we said it. But it is hard. I think if you're a true basketball fan, I think it's hard not to watch Nashville and at least come away impressed.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Now we're kind of talking
It's
about
not
two
my
different
style.
things.
It's not
right,
my
now we're
style.
talking about two different things because the goal of the coach is to maximize what he has.
And win.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Sure.
it should be the goal.
And so if what Coach Weathers thought the best he could get out of this team was play defense
Right.
and hope to keep everybody in the low to mid 30s and we'll take our chances, then that's what he did.
So be it.
So be it. Right.
Right.
From a pure entertainment standpoint and what he needs to do to win are two different things. So
He had a great quote to the media after he met with them. He had told everybody Thursday, we're ugly to watch. Buckle up.
Yeah.
But just buckle up. And he sits down at the podium, first thing out of his mouth is, I told you.
Right. Yeah. And
But-
again, there's somebody that knows exactly what he has and he's getting the maximum out of it. And that's how they win. Good for him.
And I think there's also an appreciation on my end from the coaching standpoint of just how good you have to be to get kids to commit like that.
For sure.
And to say, hey, listen, I know you're maybe going to be an all-stater, but you're not going to be an all-stater that averages 25 a game, not in our system. I'm just letting you know. That's just the way it is. Because the 6'7" kid is an all-stater.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he averaged this year, but I guarantee it wasn't 20.
No.
Because I don't know that the team barely averaged that. They
Right.
sure as hell didn't give up much more than that. I think it's a great story. It is not my brand of basketball. Now, people are like, well, if there's a shot clock, Nashville doesn't win. I don't know if I agree with that.
No.
Because they force teams to be uncomfortable and
Right.
take uncomfortable shots. It's not that they on offense go down there and hold the ball for 5 minutes.
Right.
They run their offense, and within about 30 seconds, they take a shot. They try to get a good shot. They also take some bad shots, just like every team does.
Right.
I didn't remember a single possession, except for at the end of a quarter, where they purposely pass, dribble, pass, dribble.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that. What I saw was a team that gave everything they had to their offense, but they sold out on defense. And all it got them was a state championship.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
congratulations.
can't argue.
And the fact is, the shot clock's coming. Like it or not, it's coming.
Right.
Now, all you geniuses out there that know everything will be able to start coaching because it'll be easy. I'm assuming, because in every gym that we've gone to, there's people that talk about how deliberate play needs to be stopped, and let's see these guys really score. Why?
Well,
Until they say we're going to give style points, and that's going to go on the scoreboard, I don't really care.
no, I don't either, but a shot clock isn't going to fix that. I mean,
No.
scores were really low. I think you and I kind of agree on this. Scores were low this year just because of what's gone on the last couple of seasons.
These kids lost a year and a half, if not 2 years of development.
Right. So, but even before then, the last handful of years, we thought, man, these are some really bad.
It's
scores.
been down.
Right.
Yeah.
So a shot clock isn't going to fix that.
If anything, it is going to lead to lower percentages.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have teams that are rushing, and you're going to have situations where instead of 4 times a game, a last second heave is going to go up. It's going to be 13 or 14 times a game.
Right.
Because the shot clock's going to. And so here's the deal.
2 for
Nashville's not
1
going to
and
change.
all that stuff.
They're not changing.
Yeah.
I promise you.
No.
What
Why
they're
would
going
they?
to say is, that's fine. We'll just force you to shoot with 1 second left every time.
Right. That's fine.
And
Of course.
and it's not that they never get beat on their defense. They do. Every now and then they fall asleep and somebody sneaks in the back door and they get a layup. It happens. But instead of it happening 5 times a game, it happens once.
Right.
They never seem to make the same mistake twice.
Right.
It's and if you look at their sideline like I did, it's a who's who of coaches. You've got Patrick Weathers, you've got Kelly Cruiser, who's been there since he played, basically. You've got Jason Guest, who's an outstanding assistant, and oh, by the way, Brad Weathers. Okay, well, there's a few wins sitting on that bench.
He might know a little bit.
It's just amazing. What a great story. And listen, they got a lot coming back. They're going to be a handful next year,
Right.
Big time. And there's going to be. I'm hoping that. I think overall, I don't.